So, some of you may have been wondering what the big announcement was. Well, here it is. Morning Java Robotics Team 36819 is pleased to announce the debut of podcast Morning Java Lab featuring Morning Java. Morning Java Robotics competes in the Fun League as part of the First Tech Challenge. First has youth robotics program starting with First Lego League for 2nd through 5th grade, First Tech Challenge 6th through 12th grades, and First Robotics Challenge 9th through 12th grades. To find a team near you, go to firstinspires.org. I'm your host, head coach, and mentor Patrick, and I'm joined in the studio with our youth members and our gracious host today. First of all, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Florida Power and Light, for their support. With their sponsorship, we'll be able to power our robotics goals for the season. And a big thank you to our sponsor, Warriors Haven USA, for partnering with us to provide technical equipment support and mentorship. Warriors Haven USA is located in Wellington, Florida, and its mission is to provide warriors with tools, skills, and support to strive, rebuild, and thrive. For more information, go to www.warriorshavenusa.com. And now I'm pleased to introduce our award-winning team of incredible kids, starting with our lead programmer and team captain, Ryan. We have our lead engineer and human player, Chase, and we have our youth mentor, Sam. So, gentlemen, I have a few questions I'd like to ask you, so just feel free to answer as I ask each of you the same question. So let's start with our lead engineer. So can you tell us who you are?
I'm Chase.
Hello, Chase. And what do you like about robotics?
Now we get to control a robot, and that is so cool.
It is cool, isn't it? So why did you choose Morning Java Robotics?
Because I knew a couple of friends from Boy Scouts.
What did you learn last season?
How to work as a team.
How to work as a team? Good. What was your favorite thing from last season?
I don't know.
You don't know? You didn't have any favorite thing about last season?
Well, probably the one where we almost got first place.
Where we almost got? Yeah, we were in first place for a while at one point.
For 5 minutes.
And do you have any advice to new teams or new team members that may be watching or will watch this?
Just to hop in and have fun.
Hop in and have fun. That's good advice for everything. So these questions are for you, Sam. Again, tell everybody who you are.
So my name is Samuel Wong. I am 12, and I like art and programming.
And what do you like about robotics?
The things that I love about robotics are how you have to think outside the box in order to develop things. So innovation and prototyping are one of my favorite steps of robotics.
And why did you choose this team?
I chose this team because I have my friend Ryan, which of course participated in a previous team we were in together, Pokerobotics.
And what did you learn last season?
Last season, one of the surprisingly very important things we learned was how to work in a team, obviously, and to never, ever, ever turn the servos.
Yes.
Don't snap.
Can you elaborate on don't ever turn the servos? People may not understand or know what that is.
So servos have a gearbox in them with a high gear ratio, so it has a lot of torque. But there are speed servos, if I'm not wrong, which turn really fast. And those are very easily backdrivable, which means if you turn them when they're not powered on, the gears can snap inside. And like $50 or more goes in the bin.
What would you like to see the team accomplish this season?
This season, I would like to see the team get first place in the Control Award and hopefully the Inspire Award.
Can you tell everybody, the viewers out there, what the Control Award entails? What is that award?
So the Control Award is an award for the best team in terms of control. So what we did to win second place Control Award last season was we made a program that uses a camera to look at an image on the goal where we shoot balls into. We had to make a code that turns the robot automatically to aim at the goal that centers it and gives extra control for the robot. So instead of us having to eyeball where the ball's going to shoot, we can actually know that the ball's going to end up in the goal.
It's pretty good. And we did that with some pretty good success this year, I think.
Yeah.
What was your favorite thing from last season?
The food.
The food.
It was delicious.
That is everybody's favorite thing. Oh, so a couple more questions for you, Sam. Any advice to new teams that want to come in, or new members that may be considering joining the team?
Good luck and have fun.
Yeah,
That's important.
that's the most important.
So a different question for you than for Chase. As you mentioned earlier, you and Ryan were on Boca Botics for the 2024 season. So how did going from rookies in 2024 to second year robotics team members, how did that compare? How did that prepare you for last season?
So last season we learned how to work as a team and not argue, so that this season, the one that's passed, we don't have as much problems arguing with each other. That happens a lot more often than you think if you're not prepared. People
That
like
is
to
true.
argue.
Okay.
Oh, and iteration. Instead of trying to build the perfect robot like as fast as you can, you should get something working first. Then you improve upon it again and again and again.
That's true. As Chase, as Sam said, the iteration. How many versions of the robot did we go through this year? Do you remember?
Yes.
How many versions of the robot did we go
Well,
through?
there was the original version, and then we tried to make a hoop go through this.
Yeah,
But that didn't work, so we had to go back to the original one.
right. We tried an intake.
We also so we got the starter robot, and it did not have these fancy wheels called mechanic wheels. So it wouldn't be able to strafe. So we modified this design to add 2 extra motors, as well as incorporate the wheels, so that we could be able to strafe and have better movement.
Right. So my question now to Ryan, introduce yourself and tell people who you are.
God bless you.
Hello, my name is Ryan, and I'm the captain and lead programmer for my team.
What do you like about robotics?
I like, in general, building robots, as well as trying to figure out how to put together the code in a way that it won't give you 50 error messages.
And what did you learn last season?
I learned how to do Pedro pathing. I learned how to code.
Can you explain to the audience what Pedro pathing is and why you guys decided to use Pedro pathing?
So Pedro pathing is a special kind of pathing software that allows the robot to move in specific ways that would otherwise be hard to program, such as Bezier curves.
Sam, can you explain what a Bezier curve is to the people?
Basically, a Bezier curve is a very smooth curve that's very efficient, and it looks something like this, like an S.
So, Ryan, what do you want to accomplish this upcoming season that we're going to begin in September?
I would like to build a functioning robot and maybe incorporate Pedro pathing a bit more into the design, as well as during teleop.
What is teleop?
So teleop, or the teleoperated period of the game, is the part where team members, up to 2 people per team, will drive their robot around and make their robot either pick up artifacts, move artifacts, basically do a lot of things. This year it was launching balls into a kind of large basket.
What was your favorite thing from last season?
I don't. There were a lot of things that I liked. Finally getting the pager pathing to work.
That was good. That was long, hard time getting the pager pathing to work. Do you have any advice for any new members, potential members, or new teams that want to get started?
Perseverance. Keep going and try and figure out something that works.
So how did your second season in first compare to your first season in first?
So my first season in first, I was on a team with a lot more other kids. So I didn't get to do nearly as much as I do on this team. So I didn't really learn as much as this year, and I learned a lot more this year that I probably wouldn't have learned last year.
Thanks, boys. During the course of this podcast, we are going to be highlighting a veteran of the podcast. And for this podcast, it's my pleasure to introduce Marty Strong, Navy SEAL, author, and co-founder of Warriors Haven USA, a veterans vocational training foundation. Marty?
Thank you.
You have any words?
Well, I like perseverance. Navy SEALs are all about not quitting and trying to figure out another way to solve something. That the picture we try to explain to people who want to be SEALs is that you have to picture a wall and you have to get to the other side of the wall. So you guys, you'll get this in a second. How many different ways can you get to the other side of a wall?
Like multiple.
Break through it.
Break through it.
Over, under, to the
Over it,
side,
under it, around it.
Yeah.
through it.
Right. So you can cut a door, walk through it. I mean, so when you start thinking of a problem and you're looking at it, you think of it like the wall, instead of seeing it as what most people see a wall is, which is an obstacle, right? They're done. They've literally hit the wall. That's the phrase. You see the challenge, and then you step back and you say, okay, let's start listing all the different ways we can get around that thing. And that's the perseverance part. The first part is just being open-minded. The second part is the perseverance to go through all these different options. And then if you don't have a perfect option, how do you get to the perfect option? You test. You test, you practice, you test, you experiment, you test, right? You do dry runs, you figure things out, and eventually you start kind of goosing yourself towards the best you can do.
So in other words, throwing a bunch of stuff at a wall and seeing if it works.
Sometimes. I've been in planning sessions where we didn't have very much information as SEALs, and we did exactly that. We just took a whiteboard and everybody in the room kind of threw up what they thought might be the right answer. And we started circling things that we could try. And then we would go and rehearse, or we would practice something. And in reality, we'd find out, well, it's not going to work. Or, it might work, but we don't have the right equipment, or whatever it is. And then we end up with something. And a lot of times, you guys ever heard of Occam's razor?
I've heard of it.
It's an old, a razor is actually a saying or a motto of logic. It means, when all things are considered, the simplest option is usually the right one. So sometimes going simple is actually the smartest, most intellectual, most creative way to do it.
You guys have any questions? Boys, do you have any questions for Marty? Now's your time.
You want to arm wrestle?
Yeah,
And you
I
can't
can't
use the robot yet. Because then I'll lose.
Dang.
On behalf of Morning Java Robotics, thank you for allowing us to come in and have a podcast in this wonderful studio and use your facility. We look forward to a great partnership of the boys learning some mentorship and entrepreneurship, and us being able to give back to the veterans in our community.
You're very, very welcome.
You boys have any last comments? Anything else you'd like to say?
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you for letting us meet here and make a podcast.
So that will conclude this episode of Morning Java Lab with Morning Java Robotics. Be sure to like and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Discord, and YouTube. Links will be provided in the transcript below. For more information, contact us via email at morningjavarobotics@gmail.com. For more information about Warriors Haven USA, go to warriorshavenusa.com.